Hello, welcome back to the channel. So, today we'll be discussing what is demilitarized zone. So, before going to start my video, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. So, let's begin. So, imagine you are a hacker. So, you have been trying to break into a big company's network for a week. So, finally, you get in and you are inside their network and you are thinking, I have got everything, their data, it may be their secrets and their files. But then you hit a wall, and behind the wall, another wall, and everything you actually wanted still completely out of reach. So that's the power of demilitarized zone. And today we are going to understand exactly how it works step by step in simplest way possible. So welcome back to the channel. Let's begin. Let me introduce you one company, that is XYZ Private Limited Company. So XYZ Private Limited company has its own website so that millions of people visit every day, and they have email going in and out every second, deep inside their network. So they have their most precious assets. So a database full of customer information and employees record and business data. So now XYZ Private Limited has one big problem. The internet is full of hackers who would love to get their hands on to that database. So how the XYZ Private Limited protect itself? So the answer is demilitarized zone. And by the end of this video, you will understand every single layer of their protection. So think every story will start with the internet, the outside world. When you type XYZ Private Limited website in your browser, so your request travels through the internet and knocks on their door. But so does every hacker, every bot, every malicious request in the world. All traffic, it may be good or bad, which arrives at the same front door. So who answers those doors? First is firewall. Think of firewall is a security guard. So you have ever seen he stands at the main gate of XYZ's private limited building. So every single request that comes in, so he checks it. So is this a normal website visitor? Then comes in. Is this a suspicious hacker trying to something funny? Then blocks it and get out. Only clean yellow traffic passes through this firewall. But here's the smart thing, even the traffic has passes through doesn't go directly to the XYZ private limited's network. So it goes into a special mid zone. So a buffer zone, that is the DMZ. The DMZ stands for demilitarized zone, is the most clever part of this whole setup. Think of it like a reception area of a bank. Anyone can walk into the reception. You can talk to the staff here. You can use a ATM. So you can answer to the question. It can walk into the bank's world. Absolutely not. So demilitarized work exactly the same way. Inside the demilitarized leave three servers. So that need to talk to the outside world. That is a web server. This is XYZ Private Limited's website that you and I visit. It need to be accessible to every single person. So that second one is mail server. So this handles all the email coming in and out of the XYZ Private Limited. So it's need to face the internet. And the third one is DNS server. So this will translate the website name into the IP addresses. So it also needs to be publicly accessible. So these three services are publicly facing. So they talk to the internet, but this is the key. They have no access to XYZ Private Limited's data. Even if the hacker somehow breaks into the web server, all they find is the public website. The real treasure still locks away. So now here's come to the second hero of our story. That is Firewall 2. If a Firewall 1 was security guarded the main gate, then Firewall 2 is a world door inside a bank. Even stricter, even more selective. So only fully verified, completely trusted traffic is allowed. through the firewall. So the hacker sitting in demilitarized zone tries to push further into the XYZ's private limited network, which is blocked. An XYZ private limited employee working from home tries to access the internal network through the proper channel, which is allowed. So firewall 2 is the last line of defense before the most sensitive part of entire network. And next, behind this firewall 2 leaves XYZ private internal network. This is a real treasure vault. Think of where the employee laptops are connected and where the actual work happens every single day. Next, this is where the database server lives. So storing XYZ private limited customer data, maybe business records or maybe confidential data. And this is where the file server sits, storing the XYZ private limited customers data. So next, nobody from the internet, nobody from this internet can directly reach here to the this zone, that is internal network. So not without crossing the firewall one or getting past the DMZ and breaking through the firewall two. So that's three main layers of security standing between the hacker and XYZ's private limited most valuable data. So this is why DMZ is very used. Serious companies, it may be bank or hospital, government offices, everyone. So so let's quickly recap what we learned today. So what is this internet? Internet is a all traffic start from here. So it may be good or it may be bad. Next we have firewall one. Firewall one is a first security guard which will block the suspicious traffic. Third one we have demilitarized zone, which is public zone with a web server, mail server, and DNS server. Next we have firewall 2, that is second and stricter wall, only the trusted traffic passes. Next we have this internal network, which is employees laptop, or it may be database, or it may be file servers. Privately, completely it is protected here. So we have two firewalls and one demilitarized zone. So zero chance of hackers to reach the matters, right? Next, so coming back to our hacker from the beginning of that video. So he got into the demilitarized zone. So he felt like he would do. Then he hit the firewall too and realized he he was still miles away from the XYZ real data. So that's the beauty of the demilitarized zone. It lets the world in just enough and keeps the real secret completely safe. So if you can see here the definition, so demilitarized zone is a separate security zone in the network, sits between the public internet and private internal network, acting as a buffer layer so that protects the sensitive data while still allowing to the public access to certain services. You can see here the key concepts what the demilitarized zone will do. So you can take these notes. So this is all about the demilitarized zone. If this video helped you to understand the DMZ, so please hit this like button. So it genuinely helps to grow to our channel, and subscribe so that you don't miss the next video where we'll be breaking into another networking concept just like this. So until then, stay curious, stay safe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.